It's hot. Well, today was one of those days where I had to work hard and get up early. Got up at 5 o'clock again and did my delivery, and now I'm in Baltimore. There was no problem, except that, you know, I had to drive after I delivered. I had to drive to a different location and pay the toll twice for the tunnel. They probably charged me like $40 US each time. And the first time when I was coming to the drop-off location on Childs Street, that's where a lot of the shipping companies are, you know, where they ship cars. And that was on this 895, right? And right when you get on it from 695, it says basically cannot get off without paying a toll. Like, there's no free exits. And I come to the toll booth and my GPS says turn right like in 200 meters, and I look at the screen, and basically it's a street right after the toll. So I without entering the tunnel, so I just drove to the toll booth, paid the toll, and then I took this little street which led me to Childs. That's where I got unloaded, and then I come back on and I paid the toll, and that's where it hit me. Wait a second, didn't I just pay it? I paid it, but I didn't go into the tunnel. I didn't go north. But this time I had to go to the Port of Baltimore, you know, the main one on Browning. And so I go through the same toll and I pay. Didn't seem right, but you know, I'm using the Easy Pass, right? So there's no receipts, nothing. You cannot show them anything, and I don't think they care. So I came here. I'm still waiting for my load information. They're trying to find the broker who disappeared somewhere. And just wanted to show you guys a quick trick. You know, if you don't want to run your engine and use air conditioning, it always helps to open the doors. And I have this cute little fan, costs like $20. I love it. You can put it anywhere with those with that crocodile grip. See over there? And it rotates, or if you push this button here, it stops spinning and just works from your 12-volt port. Very handy. So I use two of them, right? So this one basically sucks in fresh air from the outside, and that one the idea is to get the hot air out of the cab. And when you open the doors, it's a huge difference, because all this space, when you close it, I don't know why, but it's 2 times hotter where the doors open. And the trucks, it's only just after 2 p.m. so the truck stop is not too busy. So there's a guy next to me. Basically, because sometimes you have to watch for trucks, you know, parking next to you or attempting to park next to you. But let me get back to playing with my computer. I'm watching some videos because I have nothing to report besides saying that I delivered the load, and I sent all the paperwork. Had to make, by the way, had to make a bunch of copies, because the office where I unloaded, they don't make copies, and they say, okay, we need 5 of these, 5 of these. And I said, well, I only printed out 3. I said, you want me to go back into my truck? I have a printer. You want me to print more copies? And she says, wait. And then she writes something, and she says, she just made a correction. And then she says, look at the side of your Mack car and write down here the serial number. So she changed the text. And she says, I need more copies of this. Okay, and right away I'm thinking, all right, I can use my smartphone, take a picture, email it to myself, open the email on the computer, download it, download the attachment, and then print it out. And it worked. Because I used to have a big scanner that you can scan into your computer and then print out, but it's just such a hassle. Nowadays I always use the phone. Oh, I like that fan. That fan works, very nice indeed. No, that's it. I give up. Too hot in the truck. Going inside the truck stop. Well, I'm back in the truck, and the sun is sitting right opposite my truck, and it's just like a Russian bathhouse, Now, for the first time, probably, I don't know how many months, I'm idling. I didn't do it in winter. Now I'm idling because it's so hot. And I just wanted to tell you guys about my first experience with Uber. Right, I keep watching these vids on YouTube, how people, especially in big cities, they all use Uber. And I had the app and I registered with them a while ago, but I never used them. I think I tried once. I forgot if it was US or Canada, but the message I got was no cars in your area. But now I'm in Baltimore, and I wanted to go to a store not too far from here, like a couple of miles, but taxi cab takes cash most of the time, right? To get cash over here from the bank machine at the truck stop, it's $3.50 or even I think $3.95 US, $3.95, which for me is $5 Canadian. And so I thought, wait, I have Uber, right? So I went to Google Maps, I wrote down the address where I want to go, and I wrote down the address of the truck stop, and then I went back to the Uber app and I entered my address, and it showed me available cars were like 5-8 minutes away, and I said, and there was a link said, I think order Uber X or something, or reserve or something. So I clicked that button, and right away when the guy accepted my trip, I saw his face, like a little picture with his name and his license plate and the make of his car. It was a Honda Civic, and then it kept showing me like the progress, 4 minutes away, 3 minutes away, 2 minutes away, and I went out and I watched for him at the entrance to the truck stop, and I saw the car, I saw the license plate, the guy looked exactly like his picture, and we greeted each other. I said, and he said, yeah, you're Sergey. I said, yeah, okay, hop in. And then the only thing I was not sure about was how to program the return trip. So I asked him about this, and he says, well, once we're there, just you can enter a different destination. and I spent a few minutes at the store, and then the Uber driver can do it from his end. So he just entered the new destination, basically back to the place where I came from. And then at the end of the trip, the app asked me to rate the service. And what's interesting about this is that drivers are rated, but passengers are rated too, which is like amazing. So which I think is a good protection for drivers, you know. So basically, if you're a bad passenger and you keep falling out of the car, for example, so nobody wants to give you a ride again, so the driver will say, okay, 1 out of 5, right? So next time you're asking for a taxi, the Uber will see that, hey, wait a second, so I know this guy, this is Sergey, he has 1 rating because he keeps falling out of cars. I'm not sure I want to have this guy in my luxury automobile, you know. So very cool system. And then he just drops me off. I said, how does it work? Like, it's all, you know, no cash, right? And he said, well, sometimes, you know, people give us a tip, but I said, well, I'm sorry, I didn't bring any cash. That was the whole point, just to try the system. I said, but I'll give you a top rating, so I'll know next time. I'm always get nervous, you know, when I see people backing. So yeah, I gave him, and then and basically I don't have to do anything, you don't have to sign anything, he just drops you off and says, have a good day, and he just clicks that trip complete, and then I get an email. I just got an email that says, your first Uber ride. I think I didn't read it, I just saw the subject line. And then it says, there was another email about payment, so they just took the money out of my card that was linked to my account. That's it. It's basically all very quick, you know, no messy cash, but of course it's a good idea to have a couple of bucks, you know, because this guy had to wait a few minutes over there, so, you know. But all in all, a very interesting experience. I talked to him, you know, because I said, hey, you know, I'm a trucker, so when it was slow in winter, I thought I should do this, you know. But I said, they told us that we can make like 20 bucks an hour, and he says, oh, I don't make that. He says, I make somewhere around $12 an hour. And this trip, I think, was like $5 one way, US. So yeah, I don't think you can get rich as an Uber driver, but it's a good service, you know, for passengers. So I really liked it, you know. So, oh, by the way, in tracking news, I got a cheap LTL load because there was nothing. I did find some information online at the end of the day that there were some loads, but I passed it to my dispatch, but they were not able to find any people dealing with these loads that I just got on some free load board. And you know, today's Wednesday, I gotta be back in Canada Friday. So they found me a load in Pennsylvania, so tomorrow early morning I'm heading over to State College, Pennsylvania. Maybe check the local curriculum at the college, see what's on. And I'm just taking some kind of a machine, like a roller machine, and take it back to Canada. And that's it after that. So I should be there tomorrow night because it's only, I think, like 300 miles. It's not even oversized or anything. So I'm gonna be there either Thursday or maybe worst case scenario Friday morning. So that'll give me a whole day to prepare for my trip to the Big Apple. So stay tuned. I'll do a couple of videos about that. So hopefully you guys will like them. But for now, yeah, one load is delivered and the next one starts tomorrow. LTL from PA to Ontario. Thanks for watching. This was SERGEI DRATCHEV in Baltimore. Be safe.